Welcome to the Christie Taylor Show. I'm your host, Christie Taylor, and I am so excited that as I have ventured beyond just being a media personality into business, that I would just say God has been allowing my path to cross with incredible women who understand business, and that includes my special guest on today, Gloria Ward. She is an entrepreneur, revenue strategist, author, and new thought leader who has been at the forefront of helping women and women business owners learn, earn, advance, and profit. Now, she's the revenue strategist that small businesses turn to for guidance. For more than 12 years, clients have enjoyed the confidence, humor, and relatable step-by-step strategies of her business advice and tactics. Now, her company, the L.E.A.P Group, LLC, and the I'm Loving Me Project are personal development and business education branches that inspire and empower women to win the game of life and build, check this out, $1 million business from scratch. It was Gloria's passion for business and down-to-earth approach that has made her the most sought-after female entrepreneur of her era. Gloria is a big lover of music and lives in Atlanta, Georgia, where she's a mom, yes she is, of two four-legged creatures. Help me welcome to the show. I got a little excited about that part. Thank you, Gloria Ward, for being here.
Christy, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here. And I love your show, actually. I caught a little bit before we started the interview, and I was just saying to myself, if this is your first time, just know that it's nothing but uphill for you. And I'm
Well,
glad that you
thank you.
actually took
Thank
the lead.
you. Thank you very much. I've had the honor of doing radio, over 20 years, but
Mm,
this going into the television space and the digital media space, I'll put it like this, to be seen and not just heard,
that's right.
has been a learning curve for me. But my friends who've been like, well, first of all, I have a big personality when you get to know me, and it's like, girl, honey. So this has been definitely an honor. But let me tell you, one of the things that I missed, because I retired from radio a couple years ago and moved into media coaching and consulting, but the pandemic allowed me to build this opportunity. But one of the things that I really want to say again, Gloria, is that being in the entrepreneurial aspect post radio and learning how to actually build a business, and last year learning all the new words like scalable and online coaching.
Yeah.
So to be able to talk to someone of your caliber who has been up and down the television streets, Tamron Hall and others, sharing with women two important things. First of all, we're going to talk about your business as a revenue strategist and entrepreneur, and then later we'll talk about the I'm Loving Me project. But let's get to, for me, as a newbie in the business space, you want to empower women to learn and earn and
Yeah.
profit and succeed. Can you explain to me what that means in the context of your business?
Yeah, what I said was is that, as women, most people will say that we as women, we start these businesses, we get excited about it, but we really never follow through to build it up to something where we can thrive or up to the $1 million level. And the reason why is because we're scared of rejection. We don't want to be able to do sales. We don't know how to go out there and network with people, which is all not true, right? What happens with us as far as women is that we need the opportunity to build up our self-esteem in order to be able to get out there to do what it is that we need to do. Think about it, Christy. A man is rejected all the time by a woman. He's okay. When he goes to a bar and he goes to a club and he goes and approach a woman and she says, "No, I don't like you," or "No, I got a man," he just moves on to the next one,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't bother him, it doesn't affect him because he experienced that rejection along the way. We as women, when we get rejected, it bothers us. You know why? Because we're more nurturers. We're used to giving. We're used to putting ourselves last, right? So getting out there and fighting with the world, it gets a little bit overwhelming. So it's easy to go back to what you know, right? But the difference is that I created this program called Girls Leap. Girls learn, earn, advance, and profit. And what that means is that you truly learn how to build a business from scratch, meaning that you learn how to work on your mind because that is the most important thing that you need to do. You need to know how to love yourself, how to give yourself affirmation, how to how to do the research and the work that you need for your business. And then you need to know how to make money doing that.
Yes.
You
Right.
need to know how to sell. You need to know how to get out there and make phone calls. You need to build up your resistance to rejection, right? And then you need to learn how to advance. You need to learn how to scale,
Yes.
how to go from where you are to where you want to be, right?
Right.
And that's the
Gloria,
uh, and
I'm
that's
sorry,
the
Gloria. With that being said, I'm trying to wrap my head around a couple of things that you're speaking about in regards to our learning to earn, to advance, to profit. As you said, we're nurturers. While we can definitely replay 1,000 times why somebody turned us down or someone didn't give us a promotion or give us an opportunity, and we'll get our sister circles and we'll rehash it over and over and over and over again. And you spoke about the power of affirmation, not noting that when we do that, we're affirming the negative as opposed to finding the positive in it, growth opportunities, and creating positive words to affirm our future in a positive light. That's one thing that really struck me about what you said. I'm like, yeah, first of all, as you said, in the male dominated world, they anticipate rejection not just personally but professionally, but they also understand that socially that it's their responsibility to
Mhm.
advance and to conquer and to hunt and to so that advanced piece that you talk about that is not sometimes indoctrinated in a girl as she progresses into womanhood. So I really appreciate that. Now, what's the name of your actual business?
It's called the Leap Group, and it has two branches. It has the I'm Loving Me project, and it has Girls Leap. That's a part of it. And to go back to what you said, Christy, it's like, the way that we women do business, right? I tell people all the time, the same brain, right, that you are using to build a business and to thrive and to scale and to create that freedom and that life that you want is the same brain that sabotages yourself. It's the same brain that tells you you can't do it. It's the same brain that listens to other people because you think that their advice is the best advice for you. So you
Wow.
wonder why you're fighting back and forth,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
why you can't move ahead. Why is it taking so long? Why doesn't it work out? Because you need to know how to balance, right? You only got one brain, but you tell this a lot of stuff, right? You want to have a business, but you don't believe. You want to be able to grow, but you think you're broke.
wow.
You want to be able to thrive and have that freedom, but you feel like you always bogged down with different things and you don't have your time. You're constantly fighting with yourself, right? And so
Wow.
because you're doing that, the way to open that up is you have to work on your mind and your business at the same time,
Gloria, you said a mouthful, okay?
right?
Because oftentimes, and I want to give a shout out to all the business women out there who took a leap of faith. And
That's right.
oftentimes, just taking that leap, you're like, that I did a lot just doing that. But now you're saying beyond the leap, there's some lessons that we have to learn. I'm speaking to myself in this moment too.
Mhm.
Sometimes we are gifted an opportunity to leap, or we're forced to leap, or out of necessity. We have to. For many people last year, laid off,
Absolutely.
jobs ceased to be, and like, I need revenue, I need income, and now those business ideas you journaled years ago are starting to find their way. But I love the fact that you're saying, okay, that's a good look. That's a good look. But now there's some lessons that we need to learn. Now, Gloria, how did you learn your lessons? I mean, what in your early, she's smiling. This is a good question. What
Yeah.
in your early life really put you on this path?
Failing.
Oh, we.
And um, I'll tell you the story. And it is one of the reasons why I wrote my book, Christy, because it was like 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago now, where me and my husband decided that we was going to get a divorce. And I'm building my business and I'm trying to focus on growing, but at the same time, it wasn't doing as well. And so I was maybe 7 years in or 8 years in business, and it was just going up and down. And he was saying, why don't you just get a job?
Wow.
Why don't you just get out there? Like it's not working out. It's not coming to fruition. I need help. He wasn't saying it from a bad place where he didn't believe in me, but he was seeing it from a place of lack, right? Where
Right.
you're looking at everything, you're responsible for everything, it's causing a strain. And I was saying, like, I know this is going to work if you just give me some time. And he was like, I gave you 7 years and
That is
still
a good.
nothing. But I can understand that, right? And so of course it puts a strain on the marriage and everything. But then something happened. Uh, Me and my business partner, we restructured our business, we did everything, and things started to go well. So well, that's where I generated over $1 million, right? And I told him, I said, see, I told you if you would just stick with me, right, it will happen. But lo and behold, the business started to go down,
Ooh.
probably maybe 16 months after, right? And then down to the point where we lost everything. And then the marriage was already rocky, but then it got worse. And then all of a sudden, uh, uh, I started drinking and doing all this stuff because I was depressed,
Right.
right? I got 2 DUIs. I went to jail,
Oh, wow.
and I had to go to alcohol treatment. And when I came out of alcohol treatment, I banged up the car. I had to get a job because we were breaking up. I had to go get my own place, right? And when I did that, the job that I had, Christy, first off, not knocking anybody's job, but when you've been in business for so many years, getting a job is like the worst thing for you, right?
It's
That's how
challenging.
you feel. That's just how you feel because you've been independent for so long, right? And I was working at a company, Christy, that was paying me $2,000 a month.
And you had at one time grossed over $1 million.
Girl, you talking about somebody who was going through the motions because I knew I had potential, right? I knew that I can do this, but it was in my head. Gloria, you got to be able to have some stability. You guys are separated now. You got to pay this rent. You got to pay this car note. You got to do all this stuff. So you got to have something because you're out of ideas, right?
Wow. Wow.
But check this out
Honey.
because
Yes.
this is how God works, right? I was at that job for 2 years because I was self-sabotaging myself. And this is what I would say to your listeners. When you do not listen to that small voice where God is telling you to step out,
Mm.
right? You will suffer the consequences of that because you will see every day just how unhappy you are because you're trying to play it safe. Where
Mm.
life is not about that. You do what you need to do for your family. Nobody is telling you to jump out there and just have nothing. But we as women were born with this gut feeling. And when we don't listen to it,
Right.
we wonder why our life is not the way it is. Now, Chrissy, check this out. So I'm at a place that sold leather cord to help you make jewelry and all this stuff, right? And I said to myself, I said, Gloria, what the hell are you doing here? Right? And I'm like, I need the paycheck, my credit. You know how you pull your credit report? My credit report was blank, girl. I ain't had nothing on it, right? So I'm like, I'm all messed up, right?
Yes.
But I'm like, my degree was in IT.
Mm.
And I'm like, why in the world am I not doing something where I can really get some money? And lo and behold, to make a long story short, I called a friend of mine and I said, hey, do you guys have any IT work, contract work, so I can have my freedom? And he was like, you know what? We do. We actually need someone here where I work. Can you come down? I said, yes. And Christy, I told them people, I said, I will not be back. And I left, right? I left. You know why? I was still taking on something because I needed the money, but
Right.
it was on my terms and what I wanted, because at the
It
same
was nothing.
time I had to build back up my faith in me to know just how good I was in order for me to go out and get that. Or else I would have been stuck in that $2,000 job
You have
where
said a
they offered
whole
me six
word.
figures.
Gloria, you have said a whole word. Oftentimes, when we have setbacks, what suffers really is our confidence, not our
Yes, it
abilities, not
does.
our skills, not the ideas, not even the ability to hear God's voice and direction. But what is keeping us back, and I'm testifying with you, honey, is the
Mhm.
confidence, is the blow to the self esteem
That's
and the
right.
self confidence. And we're going to get to how you transformed your life in just a moment. Welcome back to the Christie Taylor Show. I have the phenomenal Gloria Ward. We are only scratching the surface of who this woman is: an entrepreneur, revenue strategist, author, a new thought leader. And when it comes to writing books, this is one that she's recently written: Becoming Truly You, a guide to healing and creating the life you truly desire. Okay, the book. Now you're telling us, I love the fact that after 2 years and what you really suffered over those 24 months was really just a blow to the confidence. In
That's
the
right.
demise of a marriage, the business that you had taken years, over a decade to do, to then gross a million and then have it then plummet, and now you're making $2,000 a month. You
Mm,
know, and in today's society, there are some people who are like, I can relate to this. This time last year, I didn't know that my high income earning job would no longer exist. And I'm now taking, jobs and opportunities just to make the rent.
that's right.
Your word is tap back into your talent, skills, and abilities and regain your confidence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, just like the title of the book says, learn to become truly you and stick to it. You have to know and understand that there's a healing process that goes with that, because it doesn't always have to be something traumatic like it was for me, right? That to happen to you in order for you to say, hey, I got to figure this thing out if this is what I really want. It could be where you are thriving in your business. You are doing well, but you just don't understand why you are not happy. You
Right.
thought you will have a lot of time on your hands doing this business, but it
Mhm.
is getting on your nerves. You are arguing with customers each and
Ooh,
every day,
yes.
trying to make it work, and it's not working. And the reason why that is that you have not learned to become truly you, meaning that those things that you have been battling with, that other side of the brain, like I was telling you about, are the things that you have to be able to confront. And you don't think that it matters to you, but it does matter because it keeps showing up in your life, right? How you judge others and look at other people, how you don't trust anyone, so you believe you got to do all the work, right? How you are afraid if your bank account gets lower than $10,000 because you think you're going to lose everything. How you can't connect with people the right way or do great customer service because you feel like everyone is attacking you. No, that is not it. That comes from when you were younger, somebody rejected you. Somebody told you you're not good enough. You told yourself the only way that it could get done is if I do it. You have told yourself so many things, even though you're thriving, you're choking and killing yourself at the same time,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And because you're doing that, you can't find happiness. Because, see, Christy, being at peace is a choice.
Yes.
Loving someone is a choice.
Yes.
Being joyful is a
Interesting.
choice. You have to choose to do those things.
Yes.
Anger, jealousy, shame, and all that, that's your emotion that comes up.
Hmm.
But if you're going to forgive someone because they told you that you wasn't good enough, you have to make a choice to do that.
Right.
So you're working hard and you busting your butt and you are thriving, but you're not happy because you're still
Right.
trying to prove to that person in your class, your dad, your mom, or whoever told you that you wasn't good enough, that you are. And it's eating you up, your family up, and everybody. So you gotta
Gloria, I love
learn
it. I love it. To become truly you.
who you are.
Now, Gloria, you've been doing a book tour.
Hmm.
But one of the things I noted, and you all have to go check out her I'mLovingMe.net, the website. Also follow her on all her social media. One of the things that I really was impressed by is that the I'm Loving Me project, as you stated, it could be a person who's totally like unhappy with their total life, no success in any area, and trying to find their way, or it could be a person that's highly successful, but
That's right.
something is gnawing away at them. But
Hmm.
the self-love strategist, beyond being a revenue strategist, helping us get them coins and those $1 million, you're also on a path with this to impact 1 million women. Let's talk about that.
When I say that I am so passionate about it, because you know what, Christy, a lot of women in this world, it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter where you come from or anything like that, really do not know their worth and how powerful they are. Because for so many years, centuries
Yeah,
even,
yeah,
you were told that you were less than, you
yeah.
stay behind, that you really don't matter. And when you do matter, it has to be surrounded by responsibility. You're the
Ooh,
mom, you're this, you're that. Someone is always
wow.
telling you how to look, how to be, how to dress, how to love, what to do, what to wear, right? With all these dating sites going around. They even telling you how to go out there and find a man or a woman, whatever it is that you want. So your likes and everything don't matter,
Girl.
right? Because they're training you and telling you what should matter. And that's how
Girl.
it's been, right?
And it's important to say that what's going on in your individual life is being amplified throughout the world, and that it is something that has been indoctrinated into women for centuries, so that
Centuries.
you're doing this self work, and I'm on that same journey because we're all impacted by that same lie
Mhm.
of vacillating between loathing yourself and loving yourself, that it is work that you're doing for yourself in your lifetime, but it's going to be a seed that's going to help future girls and women. So just see it like that. That, I know
Right.
we get tired. Oh God, do we get tired? Oh, because we're lugging against and we're fighting against, or not, I don't want to use those words. Let me say it like this: we are unraveling because we have the power in this moment. We have the power, and we're unraveling century, decades, and years, months, weeks, and days of loathing, of
Mhm.
self-loathing. And now, as you said, as a self-love strategist, giving us that our opportunity, platforms, and go to her website, and you're going to see what I'm saying. She's giving you not just the pep talk, but the tools.
That's right. Think about
Go
it this
ahead.
way. Think about it this way, Christy. They coined something called mom guilt, right? For all the moms out there, they coined something called mom guilt, meaning that if you decide to choose yourself first and take care of you, which is the most important thing that you should do, because when you take care of you, everyone else around you is taken care of. You should feel bad about that
Wow.
because you should be last because you're a mother. You should give everything to your children and to your family. And you say, well, you know what? If I have nothing to give, you still want me to give. How am I supposed to fill myself up? But then you have, when you go to church, they say, fill yourself up so God could come in and really live out your life, and then turn around and say, you got to be a good mother in order to make that happen. And a good mother is someone who takes care of their kids, listen to their husband, and silent.
Right.
But look at it this way. If I am taking care of myself and I'm doing
Filling yourself
everything
up.
that I
Right.
can to build myself up and my self-esteem, what is it that we women do that is the most empowering thing? We go tell everybody, right? Because that's what we do. We change communities. We are going to empower our kids, our husbands, our brothers and sisters, and we change nations. And that's why I said you got to know your worth. Because if it wasn't for you, this world would not be here. You know, the man does the work, but you change nations because of that little buzz you put in his ear that says, you can do it. I got you. We going to make this thing
This is
happen.
amazing.
It's going to be
Gloria Ward, this is some powerful teaching. And I would like for people to be able to understand what they'll get once they connect with your community.
Oh, absolutely. So when you come into the community, either the I'm Loving Me Project or Girls Leap, you get access to some of our amazing coaches, which is myself, some PR coaches, business coaches, and also you get access to our mental health coaches and coaches that will inspire you and help you and move you along. What we did, Christy, is we merged wellness and business together. So
Wow.
you don't have to feel ashamed when you're having anxiety and you're trying to get this project done. You can just go ahead and log on and get with one of our coaches or watch some of the videos if you missed it, and let them help you and allow them to help you walk through this journey so that you can start to thrive, right? You can go ahead and be a part of something, a sisterhood, where you
Yes.
are able to really enjoy yourself with people who are just as positive as you are, that will push you to be your best self.
I
And
love
that's
that.
what you can
Your
expect.
best self. To be your best self by becoming truly who you are. And that's the secret. That's the paradox.
That's it.
That's the secret. That is
That's
the
it.
true
That,
secret.
for
Well, Gloria, this
those
has
who are
been
religious, I just say this one thing, you
yes.
know, uh, Jesus, when he discovered who he really was, it was grace that saved him. Grace, because he found out who he was and he wanted to spread it out to everybody. And that's exactly what you got to do.
Wow. Wow. Now I know that you're based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mhm.
I know 2020 was challenging for us when it comes to providing, in-person opportunities. But what do you have coming for 2021, both virtually and in person, that we can participate in?
Yeah, we're going to do an in-person workshop. Here in Atlanta, we are a little bit more open than everyone else. So we're going to start our in-person workshops where we are going to do our Becoming Truly You workshop, where we're going to go through some of the lessons inside of the book so that when you walk out, you would at least have an idea of a path that you want to take in your life.
Mm. And do you have anything for us virtually for those of us who are not in hot Atlanta?
Right now, no, but we're thinking about it. We're trying to pull it together, you
I know
know.
you have a Facebook group. Is that open to the public as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can join our Facebook group anytime. You can join our Instagram anytime. I do an inspiration in 30 every day at 7:30 to
And I
get
had a
our
chance to catch
on
this
the way.
morning. I
Yeah.
had a now. Let me just say this: as I know we're about to get to the wrap up, but let me tell you, in those 30 minutes, you gave us a lot of truth, and of course, for those, she comes really from the heart and very passionate. And one thing that really stuck out to me was, well, there was a couple of things that stuck out, but let me just run the importance of networking and having a strong network
That's right.
in order to pool money together for investment opportunities. The other thing was, of course, the title was like, stop fighting for your excuses and your limitations. Like, how we will basically justify not doing stuff because, oh, but I don't have this, or
That's right.
without excuses. And you're like, stop fighting for your excuses. Can you elaborate on that before we wrap up?
Yeah, every time we sit up here and say that we don't have enough money, and I don't know why you don't understand that I can't do this, I'm not capable, you're arguing for your limitations. You know, you're sitting up there and you're telling yourself over and over again every day that I want it, but I can't have it because I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Where, like I talked about earlier, you're battling with yourself so much, where decide to give up the limitation and do it anyway. And if it doesn't work out for you, learn the lesson and then go try again, because you're going to have challenges and it's going to be a strain because it's your first time doing it, not because you don't know. Anything that you read, you have to put into practice. And when you do, you're going to have challenges and you're going to mess up. Be okay with that. The more you do, just like working out, the stronger you get. Don't get weary in well doing,
Uh oh, come on now.
right?
Don't get weary.
That's
Don't
what that
get weary.
means.
That's what it means. Gloria Ward, an amazing woman. And let me tell you, when it comes to when you join her Facebook group, first of all, go to her website, wealth of information. Be sure to follow her on all her social media. And let me tell you, the I'm Loving Me project, the fact that you are blending wellness with wealth, I'm going to say it like that, wellness with wealth, because she's talking about getting our minds and our emotions right so that we can make the money that we're pursuing, because we're working hard, we're working, woo, and being able to, I want to salute to you. So apparently your business did bounce back.
Oh yes, honey. Oh yes, we good now. We got it right.
So your business did bounce back, and
Yes.
now you're helping other women to bounce back and build their businesses while also building themselves. So salute to you on
Yeah,
this, and I know God's going to bless you to reach the 1 million women, because I tell you, I'm one of those 1 million, and you've already touched my life in a positive way. And I want to make sure that you and I join a sisterhood, and anytime you want to tap into the Memphis market and
absolutely.
beyond, I'm here for you.
Absolutely. And thank
Here
you.
for
Anytime you
you.
want
And
to come
thank
to
you.
Atlanta, let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will definitely do that. And thank you all for watching today, the Christie Taylor Show. I hope that you found some jewels that you can apply to your life and maybe share with another friend as well. We're on a journey of loving ourselves more truly, more deeply, and her information, her book, and her resources and tools can help you along that way. So I invite you to join your own sisterhood with Gloria Ward. Check her out. And thank you all again for watching The Christie Taylor Show.